Every time you open AI and start a new chat, you explain yourself, your tone, your style, and so much of time is wasted. Here's a document that's going to save you from that repetition permanently. Every time you open a chat, what is it that you write? I'm a marketing manager. I have 9 years of experience. This is an email to my client. Do not write. Hope this email finds you well. Do not use jargons. Make it lesser than 150 words. All of this, and still you get an output which requires at least 8 minutes of edit from your end. Now, you don't look at this as time wasted because you think that this is work. But let me show you how much of your time is gone in just this routine every single day. Let's assume you have a rough of 7 sessions per week, which means 7 chats with AI explaining yourself every single week. I'm sure it's more than that, but let's assume 7, okay? And 8 minutes of this setup and editing and back and forth is gone every session, okay? Let's do the math and multiply this. The number comes to 56 minutes per week, which is equivalent to 1 hour of your week gone just into this back and forth, this explanation, and this entire setup. Okay, think of it like briefing an assistant or a freelancer. Anytime you onboard a new person, you give them a full download, right? Who are you, what your business is, what kind of responsibilities you have in general, and how is your tone, your style, everything, right? So this personal document that we are going to create is that brief, which is going to go into AI before every chat. So you do not re-explain everything every time. And the best part is that it works everywhere. Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever other LLM that you can use it anywhere. A thing to note, if you already use Claude projects or you are working with the chat history, in the sense you have turned on the toggle for memories in your ChatGPT or Claude, and that has been built up over time, then this video might not be as useful for you. But if you do not use Claude projects or you do not really wish to have the memory toggle on, also, if you want to work in incognito mode, then this document is a savior. This personal brief for AI chats has 5 sections, and we will go into each of these one by one. Okay, so here is a personal brief for AI chats document that I've opened. You could do it alongside me while you watch this video. This will be divided into 5 sections. Okay, let's start with number 1. Okay, number 1 is obviously your role. Okay, I know you're going to say that, oh, I'm a marketing manager and I work for XYZ organization, but that is just your job title. What you need to do is go a little beyond that and explain what do you do daily. Let's look at it like this. Okay, I'm a marketing manager at a mid-sized company. I manage a team of 4. My work involves writing a lot, like emails to clients, internal stakeholders, campaign updates, briefs, presentations. I report to the marketing director. Now, this is as specific as I could get, but you could give even more details if possible. Moving to the second section, which is your audience. Okay, so your audience is everyone you are actually interacting with. It could be just your team, the stakeholders that we spoke about, the clients, but it's important that you speak about what is the tone you speak with each one in. Like, there are some people who are professional with everybody, like including their team, they would be very professional in conversation. And there are some people who would be friendly with their team, but not so friendly with the managing marketing director or the boss or whatever. So ensure that you write all of that, something like this. Okay, my main audiences are my manager. Uh, yeah, my manager, senior, data oriented, prefers short updates. My team, 4 people, informal, I can be direct with them. Clients, professional relationship, formal enough but not really stiff. Basically, all of this is what you have to give in detail about your audience. Now we move to section 3. Okay, your voice. Now, when I say your voice, most of the time people will just say not too professional. AI just gives professional output. That is how it is built. That is what it has read all this while. So saying not too professional is not really going to work. Be specific, or maybe just write 3 words, something like this. Direct, warm, no jargon. When you say that, at least it will understand, okay, I don't have to beat around the bush or run in circles. I have to be friendly, kind, warm, and I do not have to use jargon. Now, this is just 3 that I have picked. You could describe it in as detail as possible. Number 4 is your preferences. So here you write about everything that you prefer or you would like to do. Something like this. I prefer prose over bullet points in most writings unless it is a weekly update, in which case, of course, I would be the one who prefer bullet points. Email should be under 150 words unless the situation really needs more. Maybe something like updates to the leadership could be as small as 3 sentences or less. And don't use formal sign offs. So, like, no warm regards, no best wishes. End with whatever fits the message because AI has the tendency to write it like that. Number five, it's your hard stops. Okay, when I say hard stops, it's actually the thing that annoys you the most, and you definitely do want AI to repeat that thing. It could be something like this. Never use corporate phrases like leverage, circle back, move the needle, touch base. Of course, you don't speak like that generally, so why would you use these in your email? So those are your hard stops. Then, never write in passive voice, never use more than one exclamation, and never start an email with hope this finds you well. Okay, so these are basically your hard stops and your preferences and your voice, everything, all of this in under one page and created under 20 minutes. Okay, if you did it with me, I'm sure you are already through it, okay, at least half the way with it. So this is your document, okay, and now what I'm going to do is just download this. As you can download it as whatever Word, PDF, whatever you want to do, and I put it on the desktop, save it. Now the important part. Now let's go to ChatGPT and see the before and after effect of this document. Okay, so let me just paste this first. Write a stakeholder update for a project that's running 1 week late because of vendor issue. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, taking a while as usual. But okay, now you see what it has come up with. It has come up with, I wanted to provide a brief update on the project status. The project is currently tracking approximately 1 week behind the original schedule due to unexpected issue. And then, identifying the issue, minimalizing overall impact. Basically, it's like a thesis that it has come up with, and the current status and the next steps and bullet points, all of that. Okay, now let me do this. Add file. I go onto the desktop and pick the document, which is personal brief. And now I paste this. Okay, let's see the difference that you can see in the output. Okay, you saw the before, you saw how lengthy it was, you saw the bullet points, you saw the current status, the next part, all of that. And now, there you go. Project update, we are currently tracking 1 week behind schedule due to a delay from third-party vendor on a key project dependency. The vendor has committed to a revised delivery date and we are working closely with them while adjusting our internal plan to limit the impact on the overall time. It not just showed what, it said why and how are we managing it, all of that in just 3 sentences. Okay, and then we expect a 1 week shift to the project completion date. Okay, notice how everything was just so concise, while when you're here it's like a thesis. And that's the beauty of this document. Just create that one document, invest 20 minutes of your time, and now before every chat, just use this as your brief and then paste your 1 line or 2 liner request and see the vast difference. There you go. Stop starting over with every AI chat. And if this helped, please subscribe. I share practical AI tips for non-tech professionals every week. See you there.